Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Hey, listen, this is your playground guide, Johnny Juan Ortiz, here in the Fun Life community. You guys have just found yourself on the Childlike Faith podcast. That's right, boys and girls. And today we are going to be covering the origin story. The origin story of how this even came about. So we're going to keep it short. We're going to keep it simple. But I'm going to go ahead and remind you to go ahead and sign up for the Master Your Fear Masterclass. I'll put the link down below here in just a little bit. But we're also going to go ahead and, what's the word I'm looking for here, Johnny Juan? We're going to go ahead and give you the origin story and then move on because we're going to have to get ready for this thing. It's going to be recorded. So for those of you that are not going to be able to join us live, go ahead and register anyway. I will shoot you the replay. So again, guys, this whole week we've been covering the Born to Win book, right, from Mr. Ziglar. This whole Fun Life community, it's all powered by this guy right here, right? Zig Ziglar, legendary speaker, trainer, and motivator. And his proud son, Tom Ziglar, the author of the foundational program Choose to Win that we start all the cool kids on here in the Fun Life community. And here's the thing, guys. The Childlike Faith podcast has evolved. It's grown into something bigger than what we had originally planned. You guys know we do mortgage lending by day, right? That's our Clark Kent job. And then in the evenings, weekends, on our time, in our available time, we're able to work with we were working with real estate agents. And then we went to real estate professionals, and then we went to real estate brokers, and then it evolved into Christian entrepreneurs. Because of you guys, because of what you guys do day in and day out, and because of your DMs, because of your calls, your texts. Hey, listen, if you're new, tag along. Hit your notifications up. Hey, down below, 903-570. Let's connect. Funlifecoaching.com. Go to johnnyjuan.com. Let's connect on all other different platforms available. But today, guys, yes, good morning, Amy. Good morning, and thank you for being on here. Listen, guys, we're going to be sharing with you guys how this whole thing even came about. A lot of you guys are new. Faith Your Fears Friday actually started back in 2020. So you guys are going to hear the story, how that even came about. And again, at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, I'll put that link down below. I actually posted it earlier, so go down my timeline and you'll see the registration. If I miss you, you'll be able to see it. But guys, fear has been around for a long time, right? It's not anything new. I have just taken a different approach to how to handle it, how to look at fear, and instead of how to look at it, how to utilize it, how to let it be your friend, your ally. It's crazy. I know it's a little bit of a mindset shift on how that works, but listen, my daughter that helped me come up with this, with how this worked, was 5 years old at the time, or she was in kindergarten, and she was just the kind of person that the other kids just didn't really like to be in the same vehicle with. So Daddy got voluntold to take her to school. All right, no big deal. The conversations were so interesting. The conversations were so incredible that they did not believe me when I came back and said, "You're not going to believe what she told me. You're not going to believe the story." I mean, this is stuff that's happening in kindergarten. I was amazed. None of that ever happened to me in kindergarten. And here I was. So I took my phone and I started recording these conversations so I could go back and play it because they didn't believe me. I know people don't believe me. That's crazy. But here's the thing. When they started hearing these conversations, they were like, I mean, how does a kindergartner have these kind of conversations? So anyway, one day I go to pick her up from school. The line is long. The line is extremely long. So we're sitting there. We finally get to the point. I could tell by looking at her that today's story was going to be a little interesting. I was like, what? Teacher opens up the door. She gets in the vehicle. Hey, baby, how was your day? Oh, it was great, Dad. We learned a new game. We all blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. No big deal. The line starts to move along, and the line comes to a halt. And she goes, Dad, can I tell you about my game? Can I tell you about my story? Can I tell you about my day? I'm like, sure, yeah. Let me hear about your game that you learned how to play today. And she said that it's called Punch in the Face. And I was like, Punch in the Face? What do you mean it's called Punch in the Face? That doesn't sound like a fun game. She's like, no, it's really cool. It's really cool. Look, I'll show you how it works. In my mind, guys, anybody remember the old game Flinch? Where you try to, make somebody flinch, and if you flinch, you pop them a couple times on the arm. I'm like, these kids have come up with the new way of calling it. They just called it punch in the face. All right, no big deal. We'll play this game. And so we're sitting there. The line has come to a complete halt. So why not? She unbuckles, she gets up, and she comes up to where my driver's seat is, and I turn back and I'm looking at her, and she's telling me, "All right, now I'm gonna punch you in the face." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure, whatever." I may be missing a few things because it's been a while. And so she gets, again, remember, she's in kindergarten, and so she rears back her fist. And I'm in my mind, I'm telling myself, okay, Johnny One, don't blink. Don't blink. You've got this. You're going to be able to show this kid that she cannot intimidate you. She cannot scare you. And that little fist started making its way to my face. And at some point, I thought there was a brief moment that I'm like, hey, maybe she really is about to connect. And yes, she did. She connected with the bridge of my nose. And it took everything I had to leave my foot on the brake to not bump into somebody in front of me, because this kid literally just knocked the fool out of me. Stars came out. There was maybe some little sinuses started running, and I was mad. I was hot. And next thing I know, this little kid is in the back of the vehicle, like in the third row. Like she was past the third row because she knew I was about to light her up. And when it finally came to it, I'm just like, anyway, apparently the game is called Punch in the Face, but you have to go first. So that was not very fun, right? That was not very fun. And here's the thing: whenever we started to kind of share that story with the rest of the family, they died laughing. It wasn't really funny. I still wasn't laughing at the time, but that reminded me of a quote from one of my great theologians, right? From the great, not theologian, the great philosopher, Mike Tyson. Anybody ever heard Mike Tyson's quote? One of his most famous quotes. He said that everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. The way it actually sounds, because of how he talks with the high pitch and a little bit of a lisp. I don't know if you know this of Mike Tyson, and if anyone ever wants to share this with them, I'd love to grab him on the show, have him as a guest. But he says everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So to me, it sounded like the word faith. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. And yes. I'm telling you guys, if you live for God any length of time, there's going to come a time where you are going to literally get punched in the face. And it's whether or not you have a plan that's going to help you overcome that challenge. That's going to help you overcome that situation, that trial, that circumstance that you're going through. Because I was not prepared to get punched in the face, literally, by a kindergartner that day. And I'm telling you, that was, let's see, that's 10, 11, 12 years ago now. And so whenever I started studying fear back when the pandemic started, right? You know how this whole thing works. When the pandemic started and we started looking at everything everything started happening with COVID, people started fearing, and we started really kind of diving in and studying how fear worked. All of a sudden, you realize that, hey, this thing is a little bit, man, hey, this, and my coach at the time, well, he's still my coach now, Tom Ziegler, will say, hey, this may not be a 2-week curve. This may take a little bit longer than we anticipated. And guys, I'm telling you right now, some of you guys are still stuck in that fear mindset that COVID brought on. You haven't really made it out. You never went back to what it was that you were doing. You never went back to what it was that you had planned for. And so Faith Your Fears Friday was born, I want to say probably late 2020, 2021, when we started kind of sharing every kind of hit and miss here and there. And matter of fact, Transformation Tuesday gained more traction than Faith Your Fears Friday. It's now turned into Friday, right? We want to have fun. We want to go out there, be a cool kid in the cool kid playground of life. But it didn't start that way. It started when we really were afraid, when we really weren't sure what's going to happen. And my coach was telling me, hey, listen, well, since we can't meet in person, what can we do? Right? We focused on what we could control, not the things that we couldn't control. And the fear, it's the same way with fear, guys. Don't focus on those things that you can't control. Focus on those things that you can control, because again, what's gonna happen, what you're gonna realize is that there's so many more things that you can control, to the point that the things that you can't control don't matter. They just don't. They don't, guys. So stop. In Psalm 34:4, it says, "I sought the Lord, and He answered me, and guess what? He delivered me from all of my fear." Not some, not the biggest ones, not the smallest ones. He delivered me from all my fears. So, guys, seriously, in this playground we call life, what would it feel like? How would it feel to know that even though you got punched in the face, that you know that you have word that says that I sought the Lord, and He heard me, and He delivered me from all my fears, boys and girls. You go back and read it in 1 John, right? 4:18, it says, "Perfect love casts out all fear." Guess what? Guess what? I'm telling you, he's the great philosopher. That's how this whole thing was born. But I'm telling you, one of those things and how this thing works is just that, guys. Everybody has a different take on it, right? Everybody has a different approach to it. And so I want you guys to be able to understand and know what it would feel like. Yes, absolutely, Deb. Yes. I mean, imagine that. That's what people want, right? Those are those things that Mr. Ziegler says that in life, people want several different things. They want to be happy, healthy, reasonably prosperous. They want to have security. They want to have peace, right? And all the people that we've helped in the coaching realm, we found out that what they're looking for is really peace of mind. And if we study that and trickle that down a little bit further, it's the peace of God that they're after, that peace that passes all understanding. As like my friend Bill Hennessy told us not too long ago, he has learned to dance in the chaos. Whew. It's one of those things where you really understand that if God is love, right, and then perfect love casts out all fear, and then it says, "I sought the Lord, and He answered." Guys, God knows exactly where you're at. Right? Joshua 1:9, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid." Why? Thank you for asking. Because the Lord our God is going to be with us wherever we go. So if you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that it was impossible for you to fail, what would you do? What would you do? Right? Isaiah 41:10, "Fear not, I am with you." Fear not, I am with you. Got a mosquito up in here. He's about to he's about to get punched in the face. Faith. So listen, guys, seriously, today, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, I'll put the link down below. Join me for the Master Your Fear Masterclass. It started back July 4th. We're not going to have a lot of people have DM'd me and told me that they're going to not be able to make it. July 4th, people were off. A lot of people joined on July 4th when we started the Freedom from Fear Masterclass. A lot of people missed, so we decided to come on and do it again for two reasons. One, people missed, and number two, we hit the wrong record button. So even if, got you, sucker, blood sucker, got him. He got punched in the face. So here's the thing. We're going to record it again this time. We're going to set it up for replay. So if you did not make it or if you cannot make it, go ahead and register anyway. We're going to shoot you the recording because on today at 10 a.m., we're going to learn literally how to master your fear. Activate that faith, that childlike faith that we're always talking about, to be able to multiply your impact, guys. This isn't just another motivational webinar. It's not. It's a bold wake-up call for you guys to step into that version of your life that has been waiting for you to do ever since you got that calling, ever since you felt that nudge, right? It's for you real estate professionals, for you entrepreneurs, you faith-driven business leaders out there who are ready to stop letting fear win, guys. We're going to cover how to break free from the hidden fears controlling your decisions, how to activate your childlike faith to reclaim your boldness, because yes, you have it. God gave it to you. And then we're going to increase your fun, your impact, and your income, baby. This is where the money, this is where the rubber meets the road, is we're going to increase your income, guys, because the more you earn, the more you can give, right? And so whether you attend live or catch the replay, you're going to walk away with clarity, with courage, and a community ready to cheer you on, boys and girls. And so that's what I'm pumped. That's what I'm excited about. And we are going to be able to help you guys be more, do more, and have more, so that you can give more, right? You can't give that which you don't have. And the ultimate gift is one of legacy. Man, I said I wasn't going to take the full time because I needed to get ready. But guys, I got pumped. I got excited. Hey, listen, if you're not able to make it, hey, DM me the word fearless, or I'll go ahead and put the link down in the comment section for you guys to get registered up. Hey, listen, this has been fun. This has been the origin story of how the fun life of how the Faith Your Fears Friday came about. It's evolved, it's morphed, it's turned into something a little bit crazier. But listen, I didn't get to the Pedro's fun fact. I didn't get on this masterclass here at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, guys. I'll put the link down in the registration, guys. Love you, appreciate you. If you have any questions, shoot me a text 903-570-0052 or go to johnnyjuan.com and let's connect. Adios, amigos. See you shortly.